Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Gemini. Okay, these videos are about timing, not timelines. They're about you hearing the right message at the right time. So whenever you're nudged to come in and view them is when you're supposed to. That's when you're going to get the answer that you need for your situation in life. Now, you are the very first sign that I'm doing this type of video for, and I've never done one of these before, so bear with me. Just to let you know what it's about. This top row up here, you probably can't tell, but there's two cards in the top row for every spot. Okay, there's two cards because one of the cards is the guide, or your loved one from the other side. Okay, it's going to give a description of the loved one that's here. The second card in the top row is just further clarification of who it is, so that you can be more sure that it's somebody that's here for you or not, and even know who it is, possibly, hopefully. So the third row, or this purple card here, is your answer. Now, the question I asked is, how do I get through this? So if any of you are going through something right now in your life and you're struggling, you're not sure what to do, how to get through it, how to solve the problem or work it out, that's what this question is. Okay, so I've asked that question. This will be your answer cards. You've got two answer cards, okay? And bottom row here, we have three cards. First of all, we have what you're unaware of. Then we have Spirit's advice. And then we have a card that is to you with love from your guide or your loved one, whoever it is that's here for you. This will be a loving message for you from them. Okay, so now, just because I'm going row by row this way does not mean that you won't have messages over here, okay? This is whoever's here guiding us, guiding you, giving messages to you, okay? So maybe this Queen of Cups here ends up being your loved one or your guide, but over here is a message for you that resonates with you more, then that's for you, okay? Unfortunately, it means you have to watch kind of the whole thing to see if you have a message in here, but okay, so let's get started. So the first position is, like I said, Queen of Cups. Now, just let me get a feel for this person. What I'm seeing is someone with hair that's one length. It's not very long. It probably would come down to just past the chin. It's got a bit of a wave to it. This person has black rimmed glasses on, and they're the cat eye glasses. Is that what they were called? The cat's eye glasses, you know what I mean? I hope I'm saying that right. But they're black, okay? So this is, for me, looking at this person, they obviously are somebody that was about, I'm going to say, probably in her 50s. It's a female, Queen of Cups. It could be a male, I guess, but I'm seeing a female. Now, she was probably in her 50s, in about the 50s or 60s. So, you know, depending on how old you are, you might not even know this person. You maybe didn't know this person in life, or you were a baby when they passed away. But, so they were born in the early 1900s. Could be a grandma, a great-grandma. Like I said, black wavy hair, but not wavy. It was, you know, like the purposeful wavy, like they used to do in the 50s and 60s, where they would actually use clips when their hair was wet to wave it, right? Um, Kind of the way the hairstyle was in the Charleston days. If you look that up, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sweet lady, kind lady, very loving, gentle. Um, I'm really getting a grandmotherly or great-grandmotherly vibe off of this person for someone out there. Um, Spoiled her grandkids rotten every chance she got. But very kind and loving. Now, the Queen of Cups, if this person that I just described isn't your person, then it's Queen of Cups is someone that is very, very loving and kind and gentle and nurturing. Um, they're not afraid to show their emotions either, but they do have pretty good control of their emotions. Now, the card that came behind that is the Lovers. So this, in clarifying the Queen of Cups, this could be someone that maybe was always helpful for some of you in a way. You know, maybe you went to her when you were in a relationship, a love relationship with someone that was troublesome and you needed answers or you needed guidance. This is the person that would have sat down with you and helped you work it out and help you move through the situation. Like I said, this person is very helpful, very all about everyone else. Very, very unselfish, this individual. Now, the description that I gave you, that's not the only, you know, it's not the only one coming through. If this sounds like someone that's passed over for you and, you know, she helped you, ignore my description. That is very specific for someone out there, that person. Okay? And I might not get a person for every card here either. Okay, so this next position. Oh, this way. Page of Wands. So pages are usually children. And since every one of these cards up here is representative of someone that's passed over, it's going to be a person, not an energy, okay? So this is definitely someone on the other side that's here to guide some of you. Be a very driven child. Someone maybe, I'm seeing, this is so horribly sad. I'm seeing about a 2-year-old that's just flying around the room. Hair color is kind of a medium honey blondish color. Oh, big smile. It's a little boy. Big smile on his face. Happy-go-lucky. Always, always, always happy-go-lucky and always moving. This little one always running around here and there, busy, on the go. Like I said, very driven, very active. I get the name Charlie, so I don't know if that works for any of you. Chuck? Possibly a Charles, but what I heard was Charlie. So, again, the description I'm giving is very specific for someone very specific. The name could be another spirit guide that's here named Charlie that wants to, you know, throw himself in there so that he gets his name in so everybody knows he's here. Okay, so the descriptive card that came with the Page of Wands is the Seven of Wands. So for those of you that this little boy doesn't resonate with you, this child doesn't necessarily have to be a 2-year-old. That's one very specific child, okay? This could be children, I would say, into the 20s, early 20s. So, but it would be your child, okay? It would definitely be your child that passed over early. Now, the descriptive card, the Seven of Wands, that represents someone very guarded. I'm also hearing that for the older children or child that has crossed over that's here, one of them, okay, I'm not sure who this is, but one of them passed away because what I'm hearing is he was doing what was right for him. I hope that resonates with someone, because it is, again, very obviously for someone specific, okay? But for all of these, for all of these kids, they're all, because it's wands, they're all going to be the type of kids that were very driven. They were very active in life. They were very passionate about everything. And the one that passed away because he was doing, again, it's a he was doing what was right for him, what he thought was right in his mind. So you'll have to leave comments, please, and let me know if this resonates with you. For the rest of you, this Page of Wands could be children anywhere from, tiny, like the little 2-year-old, all the way up into their 20s. I think pages might go to the age of 30, and then we go into knights. And the kings are, obviously they're much older. They're in their late 40s and 50s and higher. Okay, so this person was very guarded. It also could be someone, like I've already said, someone that was always about doing what was right, or what was right for them. Very, knew exactly what they wanted and how to get it, and went after it. And 9 out of 10 times got it. They were very determined and very active and very driven and very passionate, but they were also all about doing what was right. Not just for themselves, for other people, okay? Okay, so the next position is the Knight of Swords. Now I'm seeing someone that's very studious. Someone with light to medium brown hair. He has on, it is a male again. He's got glasses on. They're the round gold wire framed glasses. I'm sorry, they're not round. They're slightly oval. Slightly oval. He's got a very studious look about him. He's probably, I'm going to say mid to late 20s. He's not from too far back time-wise, because of the way he's dressed and just the way he looks, his hairstyle, everything about him. He probably is someone who passed over, maybe up to 10 years ago at most. And I'm seeing him at the time that he crossed over. So I'm seeing him at mid to late 20s, okay? So it's somebody that they passed away maybe 10 years ago, give or take, okay? And they were mid to late 20s. So for that, again, it's very specific. For others of you, this is someone, again, I'm feeling that they're very driven. Whoever these, now this can be, they can be females as well. The one I just saw, that's definitely a male. But there are females in here as well. Now the females are very, they're not masculine, but they're not feminine. These would be the kind of people that as little kids were called tomboys, okay, that the girls were called tomboys. But as they grew up, they, you know, they were feminine, just not as feminine as some of the other girls. There was more of a masculine side to them. Very forward moving, very methodical, I'm hearing. Very methodical in their way of doing things in life, the way they thought, the way they planned, the way they did. It was just, it was all, you know, it was, we do this first, then we do this second, then we do this third, then we do this fourth. And to the point where sometimes it drove other people crazy. But it got them where they wanted to go in life. They were very successful too. Now Knights, these are going to be people, like I said, somewhere around the late 20s into the 30s, okay? And give or take, you know what, give or take. It could be someone in their early 40s, it could be somebody in their early 20s. Depends on their personality, their maturity, okay? Very straightforward to these people. Very straightforward. Not a lot of jokes being made by these people. Although they could be funny, they were more looked at as being more serious than more comical. Now, you know, again, give or take. So the descriptive card is the Wheel of Fortune. Some of these spirits were very, this sounds odd, but they were very spiritual while they were here on the planet. They were possibly very psychic, but they were definitely spiritualistic. They were very good at following their inner voice, hearing their inner voice and following it. And they truly believed in destiny in a huge way. Fate and destiny and things that were destined. And I'm hearing that some of these spirits, some of these people while they were on Earth knew they were passing over early or at a young age. Some of them passed over quite a while ago. Like I'm hearing, you know, 30 years ago. So they could be, if they were still here, 55, 60, 65 years old at this point in time if they hadn't passed away. So these would be people that were likely born somewhere in around the 1960s, maybe the 70s, okay? but very spiritual, very, some of them very gifted, I'm hearing, very gifted as far as being psychic and just they had a knowing, you know, they had a knowing. They were very in tune with their inner being. Okay, wow, we've got another knight. We've only got one queen. It's like there's a lot of younger people here today. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone in particular with this card. However, these would have been very loving, all around, generous, happy-go-lucky, free-spirited people. Now, again, it's knights, okay? So it could be female, could be male, and I'm feeling that there are some females. There's more males than females here, but there are some females for sure. And again, it doesn't matter if they're female or male. The description is basically going to be the same. There might be, you know, idiosyncrasies that would describe this perfect, or describe this person perfectly. Boy, I'm having trouble speaking. Maybe someone in here had trouble being heard, had trouble getting across what it was they were thinking and feeling. So if that resonates with somebody, then this is your person. Your person is here. And what I'm hearing to that is, and you know what, maybe, I don't know, maybe this resonates with someone specifically out there, but they used to trip over their words, literally, like I just did. They would trip over their words. They would be, you know, running off at the mouth, so to speak, and they would trip over their words. There was nothing wrong with them. They you know, didn't have any illness or disease or anything. They just, you know, I think they were just talking so fast that they just couldn't keep up with themselves. But wow, the energy I'm getting off of this card is incredible. Whoever these guides are that are here today are, it was a huge loss. Not that these weren't a huge loss when they passed away, but these ones, you know, they never complained. They never complained. They were the sweetest, kindest, most considerate people that the people that knew them knew. You know, these are those people that you hear about, oh, they were such a sweet person, they were the best person I've ever met, they were the kindest, most gentlest, couldn't hurt a fly, that kind of person, okay? Very loving, very giving. Now, the descriptive card for this group of spirits is the Six of Swords. So, what I'm getting off of this card now is these were people that other people turned to when they were down, when they were depressed, when they were troubled, when they needed guidance, when they just needed somebody to talk to and needed guidance. Because these people, these spirits, when they were here, the Six of Swords is all about forward movement to a much better place, okay? So these Knights of Cups would help. They would help you move forward from the situation that you were in that was bringing you down or depressing you. They were very, very good at lifting your spirits and helping you move forward. Amazing people. Taken way too early. These all were taken way too early. The Queen of Cups is the only true adult. I mean, you know, the knights can be adults too, and they are adults. But I mean, the Queen of Cups, queens are, you know, probably 40s and up. Okay, so the next row are clarifiers, just a little bit more for the person that's here, the spirits that are here. Okay, so for Queen of Cups, another clarifier is, I'm going to call it the Knight of Wands, but I believe in this deck it's called, no, maybe it is the Knight of Wands. And this is a new deck. This is the vice versa deck, and I apologize, I'm just not too sure about, it's the first time using this deck, so let me find this and I will read it to you. And yes, it is the Knight of Wands. Okay, put my glasses on so I can see this. So this Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, okay, so this is a person who is happiest when he or she has a cause he or she can pour their passion into. Their spirit is restless, they like to be on the move, and they were always looking for the next adventure. Okay, so if that resonates, see, now this is why I said these cards up here give you a description of who's here. These ones here, from here down, just because it's beneath this particular court card, doesn't mean this is where these answers and messages belong, okay? So just like the descriptive card, I'm going to say it's where it belongs, because otherwise, you know, I mean, I guess it could be for one of the other ones and you would recognize that as being one of these if it's your spirit. So I was just guided that from here down it's free reign. It could come from any of them, okay? So that's that one. This one here for the Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and it's the dark side of the card, so I will read that to you. That is the inner self, okay? When it's like this, it's your outer self, and it's what you portray to the world. But this side would be what's on the inside of you, who you are deep down inside, okay? So this one here, Knight of Pentacles, the inner self, is the knight has a handful of wheat stalks tucked into his belt. When he hides from, what he hides from the world is a sense of failure, of having somehow missed his chance for greatness. He wonders if it's too late to make a turn in his life. So, whoever this is for, it's someone that may have taken their own life because they felt like they just couldn't do anything right. Now this brings me back to this one here, the Page of Wands here that we talked about, because the Seven of Wands is all about doing what's right and doing what's right for you. And so this being underneath that matches perfectly in my mind, because I feel like this, someone in that group may have taken their own life because they just couldn't get it right on Earth. Now, give me just a second here. I wanted to... Okay, so yeah, this person here also for me matches up with the Page of Wands, just because the description I got and who the wands are, that, and this is a wand too, okay? So now it may line up with this one too for some of you, but for me, it lines up with some of the pages that might be here, the kids. Okay, so this one here, under, let me change this out because I need to see who it is. Do that with this one too. Okay, here we go. Like I said, first time out. This one here, I'm going to have to look in the book because I'm not sure. I don't think that's a knight. I think it's what they call a knave, which would be a page of swords. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's the knave of swords. And again, that is the outer self. And this one here is the inner self. So inner turmoil, big time inner turmoil. Okay, that's what I'm getting off that card. And it's what I got off the Page of Wands card as well for some of the pages that have passed over. Okay, so this one here, the outer self. This is a person who puts emotional concerns in the back seat, which is why we can't see his face. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. I'm reading the Knight of Swords. Okay, Knave of Swords, outer self. This is a person who may not know how to compromise or listen well to others. Swords are the suit of communication and thought, but this knave doesn't have the mental discipline yet to achieve clarity in either. He may get himself into situations that require someone else to rescue him. A few of those experiences will educate and humble him, at which point his potential for brilliance can be achieved. This is someone, I feel this fits, okay, because it's, for starters, swords and swords, but because of what I got off of those cards, this was someone who was very driven in life, who knew what they wanted and moved toward it, or tried to move towards it. But because they didn't know how to compromise or listen well to others, it caused issues. They didn't have the mental discipline or clarity in life. And although they were compelled, I want to say, I'm hearing driven. And I got to say it because that's the message I'm getting. This could be a specific message for someone out there. This person was driven, but I'm also hearing flew by the seat of their pants. They didn't really have a game plan, and that's what the problem was in their world. Okay, so hopefully that resonates for some of you. Now, the Knight of Cups. Wow, we've got the Magician. So this was a person that could manifest anything. This was someone that was very, very capable of just about anything. It was the person that other people would look at and go, wow, like everything this person touches, basically, turns to gold. It works out. It turns out. Anything they want, they seem to get. They have no trouble. But they weren't... I'm going to read that because, again, it's the vice versa. So there is another side to it. I'm pretty sure it's just going to say what I'm saying here now. But this person was...